What is going on, my friends? My name's Corrupt, and today we're here breaking down for you the Zap Lalo at Town Hall 11. What we're going to be doing is breaking down everything that you need to know in this breakdown guide, and hopefully it's going to help you guys. So, if you guys are new to the channel, or if you guys want to see more content like this, remember to subscribe and ring the notification bell so you guys don't miss any of my educational Clash of Clans content. First and foremost, let's teach you guys the lightning spells. So what you need to look for when you guys are using a Zap Lavaloon are going to be things like the enemy clan castle, enemy queen, and then those are going to be main things that you want to zap away. But if there are other defensive value that you can get, like the Eagle Artillery, sweepers, expos, air defenses, those can definitely net you a ton more value as well. So you just got to kind of think about what you can really get with your lightning spells. Now, another thing that you need to kind of understand is the number of lightning spells that you need for each defense. So on screen, you're going to see the chart that I made specifically for the lightning spells, whether you need a zap, quake, or not. And you guys can see the number of lightning spells that you need for both no lightning and with a quake. So these are all maxed out levels, so definitely make sure that you're keeping that in mind. Now, on top of this, you guys are going to see the range that you need, or the range of the lightning spells, in order to make sure that you know exactly what is going through when you're doing the lightning spell placement, or when you're dropping in those lightning spells. Now, other than this though, you guys can see exactly what we're going to be kind of doing. Now, if the queen is not in range of the lightning spells, then it's definitely better to get her with the Sui hero. However, if the Eagle Artillery is a little bit further away, like you see right here, we're going to do our Sui hero where we can get some sort of value. In this case, what we're doing is we're dropping in the king, and we want this queen to go right for this single inferno. This is just going to create some pathing for our Lavaloon when we send it in, but we're not specifically going for the Eagle Artillery. So sometimes you see that in a lot of different attacks, but you don't need to get it, instantly. So that's definitely something that I kind of wanted to make sure that you guys understood before we moved on into the different ways that you guys can use this attack strategy. So now here's an example, guys, of using the Sui hero method when you guys are doing the Zap Lavaloon. You guys have normally probably seen this with a lot of different attacks, especially up towards Town Hall 13, but this is definitely one of your more common ways. Now, there are a couple things I do want to mention. There are some base identification things that you need to look for. Other than the lightning spells, you need to identify where the queen is, and also if you need to use a super wall break or not. And in this case right here, we're not going to do that, but we will show you guys an example on screen of that. So once we kind of talk about that Sui hero portion, I'll kind of show you guys that one as well. So the main thing here is getting rid of the clan castle and the sweepers. The main reason why we're doing this is that we can deal with the sweeper, or we don't have to deal with the sweepers, and we really don't have to deal with the clan castle either way as well. So we have easy pathing from the looks of it from here all the way towards the Eagle Artillery. So if we kind of go like this, we have easy pathing right over the Eagle Artillery and right around the base. Almost like a C shape in terms of pathing. Now, what we're going to be doing up top, though, is doing the Sui hero. Now, this is a case to where you don't really need to do or use the super wall break, and instead, it's going to be a lot better for you to send in your heroes to take down the enemy queen and anything that is around her. So like you'll see right here, we're going to be zooming in just to show you guys this, but notice how the queen is going down, and look at the value that's right by this queen, making sure that she's able to take down the air defense and take down as much value surrounding that as possible. And this is going to allow ourselves to kind of get the value that we need to. Now, what does this mean for you using a super wall break? Well, using a super wall breaker usually means that you're going to try and look for some sort of value. This could be anything ranging from air defenses, a multi-inferno, the Eagle Artillery. Those are just different things, different examples I could give. But another thing that you should probably try to do is bring in a couple ice golems. They can definitely be very good as providing a tank for your queen when you're sending them in. This can be one ice golem, this could be two ice golems. So you're given a larger variety when you're doing the Sui hero. So that means though that you need to wait on your king, make sure they set the funnel for your queen using a baby dragon as well to create the other side, and then you're going to send your queen in after you use a super wall break, your ice golems, and then you can send your queen right in to get some extra value. Now this variation is very similar to the Sui hero, however, what we're doing is we're bringing in a small kill squad using the wall wrecker. This can offer you and net you a ton more value than just using the Sui hero method. Now this only works if there are multiple layers of walls that you need to break into to either get the queen or get some extra value. That is what you should be trying to do with a wall wrecker when you're doing this attack. So right here, you'll see that we are going to be zapping away the clan castle. However, unfortunately, we're not able to get the queen. I believe that's what the attacker was looking for in this case, but wasn't able to get it. So this still gives you guys a really nice idea of when to use the wall wrecker. Another thing to keep in mind is where that town hall is placed. That is going to really determine the wall wrecker usage or not. So you guys will see right here is that once that queen kind of moves right in between here, he's going to drop in these lightnings, and unfortunately he's not able to get down the queen. And I think that's what he was trying to do, but he's only able to take down the clan castle. Now what this means is that what we're going to do is we're going to create the funnel for this kill squad. So we're going to use a couple sneaky goblins here, a couple sneaky goblins here. What this means, and in for the long haul, is we're going to send in our wall wrecker and go right through here. We're going to get the multi-inferno, but we're not just going to get that, but we're going to get the air defense and the queen and the eagle artillery. So I want you guys to really pay attention on what entirely is going on as we are sending this entire kill squad in. It's a little kill squad, so we're not bringing like golems in this or anything. This is almost the same, this is the exact same composition, but in terms of the army space, but we're using the heroes with the Yeti in order to kind of help us get down a lot of these buildings. And like you see right here, we're easily allowing ourselves to get a large portion of value here. And we even have an ice golem in the clan castle to help provide a little bit more tankage. So that's exactly what we should be doing when we are using the wall wrecker. We should be looking for as much value as possible with a kill squad-esque variation like you see here. So this is definitely something that I would really try to recommend in doing. And you can see that if we zoom out and I kind of like show you guys this, you guys will see that the pathing here of this, all of this was kind of taken out with the kill squad, which is extremely strong. And that really offers us this C shape right here when it comes to the Lavaloon pathing. So that's just something to kind of consider, to keep in mind, but hopefully this kind of helps you guys understand the use of that wall wrecker. And let's go ahead and take a look at another variation, this time using a queen charge. Now, here's a different variation. This is using a queen charge, which is something a little bit unorthodox and something that you don't really typically see with the Zap Lavaloon. But this variation is definitely still very good. So how do you plan for this? Well, you need to look for an area that's going to net you value. Can be anything from the eagle artillery, multi-infernos, air defenses, expos, really anything that's going to help you create pathing. So like right here, what you see is that we can take down both of these infernos and the eagle artillery along with an air defense and expo by using that charge. That's a lot of value in that small area. But what we're also doing from this is that what this would offer us now is pathing for the Lavaloon to go in this way. That's exactly what we should be looking for when we are using this version of the Zap Lavaloon. Remember that we are still going for the clan castle and for the queen. I would only use this if you are seeing them pretty close together and you can zap them away. Other than that, I wouldn't really use this unless you can get the clan castle with the eagle and then getting down the queen with the queen charge. So that's another option that you guys can try out as well. So what we're going to be seeing here first is funneling for our queen charge. What we're going to do is we're going to drop in our king up top along with a baby dragon. What we're going to do here is we're carving out this specific side. So carving this area out means that what we're doing is allowing our queen to walk her way this direction. That's going to allow us to focus in on getting our queen into the base. So we're going to use our first rage in order to deal with the enemy king and the multi-inferno like you see right here. We don't need to worry about the clan castle because we are zapping that away and using the quake spell on it. So what we're going to be doing is, as our queen is dealing with the enemy king, we can go ahead and start off by using the baby dragon with a couple cocoa loons in order to clear the opposite side. What this allows us to do is carve out this area and forces this queen into the base. Now we can get the value that we really wanted. And you'll see right here the use of that cocoa loon to soak up any seeking air mines to save any of those healers. But you'll see that again, we are taking down the Eagle Artillery and the Multi-Inferno. Then we're sending in our Lavaloon portion like you see there. So that is exactly what you guys kind of should be trying to look for when you guys are using this particular method. And definitely, I would suggest really trying this out on bases where you can actually net a ton of value from just breaking into one layer. Now, this could definitely be a bigger open compartment, or this could even be part of a ring base. So definitely, it's very it's situational in terms of the base. Hopefully, this kind of helps you guys understand when to choose it. But let's go and take a look at one last variation using an Electro. Now here is the last variation that you guys can try out, which is the Electrone Zap Lalo. Now, something to keep in mind is that, of course, you need to make sure that you're looking at the town hall. Where is that placed? But on top of this, you're looking at where the Eagle, Clan Castle, and Queen are. Now, in this case here, let's go ahead and zoom in just so you guys can see exactly what we want to try and get with this. So by zooming in, you see that we want to take down the Eagle, the enemy clan castle, and the sweeper. What this means for this is by placing it right here, we're going to be able to take down all three of those. But why are we taking down the sweeper? Well, this is going in kind of like this, and if our blimp is going in kind of like in this direction here, we need to be able to take that down. So in order to make sure that it's easy for us, we don't need to worry about the sweeper blowing back our blimp, we can actually use the lightning spells right in between all three of those and take them down, deal with the queen with the Electrone, and then Lalo the rest. Now remember that there is a Sui hero with this as well, so you typically want to look for something like maybe a Multi-Inferno or maybe even a couple air defenses. Really depends on the base, but that is what you should be trying out when you guys are using the Electrone Lalo, especially when you're using the Zap Electrone Lalo. So what you'll see from here is that we are going to be zapping away, like I said, the Clan Castle, the Eagle Artillery, and the Air Sweeper if possible. So right here, we're going to use a couple to kind of take around those defenses, kind of around them, and then that last lightning spell over both of the Eagle and the Sweeper to take them down. So now what we're doing is we are going to make sure that we're able to easily send our blimp in. So you'll see that we're going to use one Cocoa Loon, then we're going to send in that blimp. It does hit a Seeking Air Mine, but we are going to be able to use the Electrone, using that E-Drag underneath the Rage to take down the Queen, and using those cloned balloons in order to take down the rest of the value. Now what this means is that what we can do is we can do a bowler bounce like you see over here, and we're going to use the King on this side to kind of carve out this area and create some funneling. What we can do is we can send in a super wall breaker and then the Queen, and we can now get into this small section here, and that's going to allow us to get down the air defense and the Multi-Inferno. So that's what we should be kind of looking for when you're doing this. Now, does this mean that you're always going to get it? No. This doesn't mean that you're always going to specifically get the Multi-Inferno or something, but that is exactly what you should be looking for in some capacity. By zooming out here, take a look at what you have taken down with all of your lightning spells and, of course, also your Sui hero. This is a large portion of value, which only means that you can kind of send your Lavaloon like this. And that's really easy pathing for your Lavaloon. So that's exactly what you guys should be trying to look for. Now, does this mean that you just need to look for the, does this mean that you don't need to worry about the queen? Sometimes you also want to zap away the queen if possible, but if you are able to do that, look for other areas of value. Can you get the eagle down with the clank or with the electron portion? Stuff like that. Those are going to be the things that you want to look for, and you want to extend that value with the Sui. Hopefully this gives you guys a really good idea of when to use the Electrone and also when to use these other different methods. Now let's go ahead and teach you guys the Lavaloon portion and hopefully help you guys understand that one as well. Now what we're going to be doing, guys, is breaking down for you the Lavaloon portion along with spells. So we already kind of got you guys into the idea of what can you use to create the pathing, and you guys can definitely check back and take a look at those and see if I mentioned the right base design specifically for you to hit. But when you're doing the Lavaloon, pathing is all that is really important. So that's what you're doing with a Sui hero or a wall wrecker, or even with the queen charge or the electron. That's what you're kind of trying to do. So in this example here, I want you guys to really take a look at what we did. We used the wall wrecker, and notice how the pathing is. Our pathing is almost in this like L sort of curved shape here, like kind of like this, almost like a spiral, but that's what we're looking for. So on screen right in front of me, you will be seeing the number of balloons that you need for each and every defense. This is extremely helpful, and this is all updated here, so you don't need to worry. So this is going to be the exact number of balloons that you need for each and every defense. They're all grouped based on how many number of balloons, and that is exactly something that you might want to share with your clanmates, especially if they're new to Lavaloon or if they're struggling with it. This is for the deployment side. So you'll see that as we're sending in our Lavaloon, we're going to first send in the hounds, and then we're going to drop in a couple balloons. Notice right here that we're dropping in 3 balloons on either side. They're going to the cannon and to the air defense. Then they're going to start kind of merging together, which is exactly the reason why we're doing a surgical placement. So that's the reason why. Then we're going to drop in this warden to go with them. This is the main thing that we need to think about. The main reason to why we are using these balloons surgically is in order to get them into a group, clump them up. Now you'll see also the use of the freeze spell. We're freezing up these defenses right here, especially this multi-inferno, in order to kind of allow our balloons to kind of get right over to the air defense and then get over the multi-inferno as well. So you'll see that we even use a haste spell, which we should be using over defensive buildings like the eagle and also the multi-infernos to get those balloons over to them quicker, but then it's going to allow ourselves to one-shot each of these. Now, when should you use the warden ability, for instance? Then you really need to look for an area like the multi-inferno right here. This multi-inferno has a lot of range, so that's going to have us to force that ability, but it's going to keep our balloons alive. We can use a free spell like you see right here, and we're just going to allow ourselves to get through the rest of it. We're going to use these balloons to get right up closer to this multi-inferno and take it down in one shot. And that's exactly what we're going to be trying to do with this. Now also, what about the heal spell? Now this is something that you can bring with it, maybe in the clan castle, but you don't need to. But the heal spell is another good one to bring. I would use heal, especially if you use your warden ability early. It just allows you to use it over the use it over a multi-inferno and something like that. But that kind of gives you guys a really good idea of when to use heal. Other than that though, guys, that is going to do it for the video. Hopefully you guys found this video helpful, and hopefully you guys can 3-star a lot better with this strategy. So if you guys did make it until the end of the video, let me know in the comments below if you guys enjoyed it, if you guys like this style of content, and I'll definitely try to do more of them for each strategy, where we will be doing some lighter breakdowns as well with each of these, hopefully to give you guys an idea of what we're doing without going so much in depth. This is going to be those kinds of videos like this. So if you guys do enjoy, remember to subscribe and ring the notification bell so you guys don't miss any of my educational yet entertaining Clash of Clans content. Also, feel free to go ahead and join my community Discord server. The link to it is in the description, along with any of the clans I cover with their Discord server in the description below. On top of this, why not go ahead and follow me on the social, on Instagram and Twitter, and feel free to follow me over on Twitch. That is going to be where I'm streaming, so definitely check it out. Definitely worth a visit. Also, feel free, guys, to go ahead and support me anywhere further by either joining as a channel member or subscribing to me over on Twitch. Other than that though, guys, that's gonna do it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll be seeing you guys next time. Corrupt, signing out.